Hi everyone, Tim here with TC Home Inspections. Today's topic is limitations of your property inspection. Well, most home inspection companies out there will follow a standards of practice that's set in place by the association that they belong to, by the company that they receive their certification or licensing through. We belong at our company to the International Society of Certified Home Inspectors, and they definitely have a standard of practice in place that we follow. And it is to protect the buyers, the sellers, and the inspection companies so that we're all on the same page as far as what an inspection is and what it is not. So I thought I'd spend a little bit of time talking about certain limitations, and I want to start out and just put this in your mind. Let's say that you have a property inspection performed. The property inspection comes back and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that property. In other words, the home inspector found nothing to report on, nothing to notify you about. You live in that home for 20 years and there's absolutely nothing that goes wrong with that property. Nothing is ever broken, none of the appliances go bad, the HVAC system runs great for 20 years, and everyone lives happily ever after. Well, that's a fictitious story. That is never going to happen. And the reason I bring that up is because every home needs constant repair, needs regular maintenance, it's going to need updating in 20 years, and you're going to have to put significant resources in that property just to maintain its condition. That's the real world, and that's what you need to remember when you buy a property of any kind, whether it be commercial or residential. Things break and go bad all the time in a property. Well, as a buyer of a property, you need to know from your inspection company what kind of limitations he or she has that he or she has to abide by according to the association that they belong to. I'll give you a few examples of some limitations that we work with and deal with every day. So we actually inspect homes in Northwest Michigan, and we live where there's over 200 inches of snow every year. There are limitations to what we can do when we inspect a roof. For 4 to 5 months of every year, we cannot get on a roof if there's any snow and ice up there. And even if we did get on the roof, we could not see anything. So a 4 to 5 month period in Northwest Michigan, and this is true for many parts of Canada, many parts of the northern United States, you are not going to receive a great thorough roof surface inspection. It just can't be done due to the weather conditions. The next best thing that we do is to get underneath the roof deck with infrared cameras, be it the attic space or the vaulted ceiling area, and evaluate that roof deck for water intrusion with an infrared camera, and then back it up with moisture meter readings. That's the best type of roof inspection you can have for 4 to 5 months of the year. There's another certain limitation that we run into all the time when we inspect a property where people are getting ready to move, and they'll have personal belongings packed up, boxed up, and a lot of times they'll put them next to a foundational wall. And that is something for you to be aware of. That's another limitation to be aware of. But this is a limitation often that you can help with. So if you're doing your initial walkthrough with your realtor and you find a lot of personal items, a lot of clutter in that home that would prevent the inspection company from evaluating certain sections of that home, you need to have those boxes or those items removed in that particular area so the inspection company can do a good inspection. And in this case, we recommend people moving things away from the foundational walls, though the inspection company can look for things like cracks and water intrusion and those kind of things. If that's not done, the inspection company will have to show a limitation in the report by stating that the foundational walls could not fully be evaluated due to clutter in the home. So there's a lot of limitations that you must be aware of so that you're comfortable with the service you're purchasing. And I just tell people, before the inspection, talk to your inspector, find out what kind of limitations that he or she has in place for this particular property, find out what he or she is not allowed to do so that you feel like you've been given a good product, a good evaluation of that property. Well, listen, this is Tim with TC Home Inspections. I hope this has got some value for you, some things to think about before your inspection so that you get the product that you're looking for on your next property. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.